What if screens, not parents, are raising our kids? Is brain rot the cost of growing up online? In 2024, brain rot wasn't just slang. It became Oxford's word of the year, and it's affecting an entire generation. Generation Alpha is the first generation born into touchscreens, TikTok, and YouTube. Toddlers swiping before they can talk, kids trusting influencers as much as their own parents. But what does this mean for their brains, their behavior, and their future? Brain rot refers to the cognitive and emotional toll of non-stop, low-quality content. Endless TikToks, YouTube Shorts, or Roblox edits. It's fast, flashy, and often meaningless. But here's what science says it's actually doing to young minds. Shortened attention spans. Can 10-second videos ruin focus for life? Kids who binge short-form videos struggle to focus. Those with less than 2 hours of screen time daily tend to avoid long videos entirely. Language delays. When screens replace real conversations, toddlers develop weaker language skills. Only interactive or high-quality content shows occasional benefit. Lower empathy and social skills. What happens when kids learn emotions from emojis? Heavy screen use means less face-to-face time. That leads to poor emotional recognition and weaker social bonds. Behavioral issues. More screen time equals more anxiety, impulsiveness, and poor sleep. Educators say 70% of kids now misbehave more than before COVID. Why? Let's look at each stakeholder group in turn. Parents, digital pacifiers, and screen babysitters. Parents under stress often hand over a screen to calm a tantrum, but research shows this backfires. Kids don't learn emotional regulation. They outsource it to a tablet. One study found toddlers given screens to calm down had worse anger control a year later. A survey says 25% of videos watched by kids under 8 on YouTube weren't made for children at all. So what can parents do? Experts advise parents to set clear boundaries on screen use. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends infants under 2 get no screen time, and older kids no more than about 1 hour per day of high-quality content. Parents should co-view media with young children and make screen time intentional, not automatic. This means turning off devices during meals and outings, providing plenty of hands-on play and reading time, and using apps that encourage interaction, video chats, educational games, rather than passive watching. Crucially, parents must model good habits, putting phones away and giving kids undivided attention during play or conversation. When parents limit screens and engage kids in offline activities, children practice focusing and emotional skills. Pediatricians also urge families to develop a media plan, for example, no devices in the bedroom at night, to protect sleep and brain development. Tech platforms. Algorithms designed for addiction. Algorithms are designed for engagement, not well-being. Within minutes, TikTok can flood a 13-year-old with eating disorder content or misogynist rants. Instagram's internal research showed it worsens self-esteem for 1 in 3 teen girls. And YouTube? 95% of kids' content is loaded with ads, and many videos aren't age-appropriate. What tech companies can do? Companies must build safety by design and digital wellness features. Industry guidelines now recommend turning off addictive defaults for minors. For example, disabling algorithmic recommendations for children by default and making privacy settings maximally strict. Platforms should use human moderators to screen out harmful content for kids and enforce age checks. They can incorporate device time limits or enforced breaks for young users and clearly label or filter mimetic content that has no educational value. Experts now warn any app for minors must prioritize mental health over monetization. In practice, TikTok, YouTube, and others could adopt similar policies. Some already allow parents to set time caps or content controls, but these need to be robust and easy to use. By changing their algorithms and settings to favor quality over engagement, for example, boosting educational videos or deprioritizing hollow memes, platforms can help turn the tide for Gen Alpha. Educators, school struggles in the digital age. Teachers are on the front lines of Gen Alpha's screen crisis. Many report students entering school with poor basic skills and even poorer behavior. One teacher went viral on TikTok after saying several fifth graders couldn't even spell their own names. A recent survey shows 70% of school leaders say misbehavior is worse now than before 2019. Most blame pandemic-era screen habits, and 80% say student motivation has dropped dramatically. In class, the effects are obvious. Kids who've spent years swiping instead of writing now struggle to sit through a story. Many flinch when asked to do any offline task, like writing by hand or group discussions, without a device nearby. How educators can help. Schools can be part of the solution by reshaping the learning environment. That starts with clear device policies. Several states now ban cell phones in class, and it's working. Tech use should be purposeful, not automatic. Teachers can bring in media literacy lessons so students don't just scroll and believe, but stop and question what they're seeing. Classrooms should focus more on active learning and real-world interaction. Think recess, group projects, handwriting practice. These simple activities help reverse what some call digital inertia. And the shift is already happening. Some school districts are literally kicking brain rot out of the classroom, banning short-form junk videos and replacing them with guided discussions or offline games. But teachers need backup. Professional development can equip them with attention reset tools, like phone-free puzzle breaks, and help them spot behavior linked to screen overuse. And most importantly, when educators model balanced tech habits and give students meaningful offline tasks, they help Gen Alpha rebuild focus, empathy, and real-world social skills. Content creators, influencers, and viral culture. The final group shaping Gen Alpha's minds? Content creators. From vloggers and animators to indie meme makers, they create the digital diet kids consume daily. On the bright side, some creators make kid-friendly content, educational animations, toy reviews, or creative storytelling. But more and more of what kids watch is just bizarre. Case in point, Skivity Toilet. A 9-year-old recently showed off a playlist of surreal clips. A disembodied head in a toilet. Teens swimming in nacho cheese. Total sensory overload. This kind of weird, fast-paced content is exactly what teens now call brain rot. One child even said that the kids who watch this stuff are the same ones screeching in class when separated from their tablets, or yelling random meme catchphrases like Skivity Toilet. Bottom line, viral meme content is training kids to crave nonsense and novelty, instead of focus or depth. And there's another trend to watch, the rise of kidfluencers. Parents building entire YouTube channels around their toddlers for millions of views. Researchers warn this is often just child labor with a filter. And while it's not literally melting brains, it shows how childhood itself is being monetized, teaching kids early that being entertaining online is what matters most. How creators can help. Content creators have more influence than ever, and with that comes real responsibility. If you make videos for kids, it's time to choose quality over clickbait. That means building content with educational or pro-social value, like puzzles, stories, creative challenges, or science demos, not just loud colors and empty spectacle. YouTube already offers a kids section with stricter standards. Creators don't have to wait for enforcement. They can follow those guidelines now, especially for younger audiences. And what about kidfluencer channels? Parents who turn their toddlers into stars must put the child's well-being first. That means treating earnings as trust funds, limiting filming hours, and complying with child labor and privacy laws. Across the board, creators should stop chasing views by glorifying mindless trends. If influencers refuse to push harmful fads or vulgar memes, it actually helps raise the standard for everyone else. Instead of filming another viral dance for a shallow app, film yourself dancing for joy, or reading, or doing something cool without a screen. Why does this matter? Because Gen Alpha looks up to creators. Some trust influencers as much as their own families. That trust can be used for good. Promote books, promote puzzles, promote healthy habits, and you're not just entertaining kids, you're protecting them from brain rot. Brain rot isn't caused by one villain. It's a perfect storm of overwhelmed parents, addictive tech, distracted schools, and non-stop viral content. But the good news? Everyone has a role in the solution. Parents can set healthy boundaries. Platforms can design with safety in mind. Educators can rebuild focus and curiosity in the classroom. And creators, they can raise the bar on what kids consume. The key is teamwork. If we act together, backed by science, not panic, we can give Gen Alpha the best of both worlds, the power of technology without the cost of their minds. So if this message hit home, don't just scroll away. Drop a comment below. What's your take on brain rot? Like, subscribe, and share this with anyone raising or teaching Gen Alpha, because awareness is the first step to change. Let's build a digital world that grows kids' brains, not melts them.